He's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero. Gonna help him put asunder to bad guys who like to loot and plunder. Yeah, first I need to change my hat. Just looking for this, but there we go, there we go. So, Captain Planet, we're doing it. We're doing it. I was just like, on looking to make sure I got the books because I think it was something. I think I had to I was thinning the herd effectively. Like, hey, I don't want to read this anymore. I don't want to read this anymore. This manga's not doing it for me anymore. Yeah, this one's over, so I can stop asking. Tell them like, hey, keep an eye out for it. And yeah, so I came here and I saw Captain Planet. I'm like, okay, okay. I don't. I never got into the Thundercats, so I haven't read the Thundercats. Um, so I sort of passed on that. But Captain Planet Planeteers, I have seen episodes of Captain Planet Planeteers, and Captain Pollution, Horace Greeley, um, and of course, Planet Whoopi Goldberg having a very chill role. Anything with Tim Curry in it and animation is usually always great. So when I saw this, I was like, oh dear, a current year Captain Planet? Someone's gonna call me something terrible. Or, or, it might be thought provoking. It could be. To be fair, Captain Planet's always been woke, but at that time it was just sort of like topical. All right, it's like, hey, this is stuff we need to know about, like the whole AIDS issue, the drug issue. Granted, I think some of those things have already been like disproven. Not the AIDS drugs thing, that's pretty concrete, but like the overpopulation thing that didn't have the overconsumption thing. I don't think that. I think that's been disproven. I can't swear to it, so don't hold me to it. But I think stories like Captain Planet would be just as important today as say the Magic School Bus would be today. I still want recognition that students have died in the Magic School Bus. Because if you remember those older books, she had a larger class. And then at some point, when they changed over to the show, they cut the class down. I get why they cut it down. You don't need that many students. But still, it's weird. But anyway, so Captain Planet Planeteers opens up with Gaia, the spirit of Earth. She's the new spirit of Earth. So I guess this means that the role every so often, every decade or ever, the spirit of Earth manifests to a new form. So, or I would just say a different Gaia. This one just happens like this way. Are we trying to say that this one isn't Whoopi Goldberg at all? Like we shouldn't hear Whoopi Goldberg's voice. I don't know, but someone's looking for, and like so she calls Captain Planet down, and as per the design, I'm not a big fan of the beard. I don't know. I don't know. I like the sort of Earth aspect on the sort of Earth pauldrons. I do like that. Um, it's sort of weird. Sort of weird. But it is what it is. I like that the hair looks a bit more like grass or moss, however you want to go. But anyway. So, she gets taken, and so the rings get flown off to five special young people. Uh, and it's pretty much as you would expect it, but a bit more in depth on it. Kwame is, I wouldn't say he's disabled. I think he just has like a knee injury that has led to him, having needed to use a stick to walk. So I guess they're trying to honor that whole scene of Kwame walking with a stick in Africa. Did they ever say where in Africa Kwame is? Ghana. He's in Ghana. I'm like, okay, okay. And so he gets a ring. All right, it says like, he gets that. We see in Detroit, because of course Wheeler's from Detroit. His first name is James, though. I didn't know that. Everyone only called him Wheeler. He saves people from a fire. He gets, the ring of fire from saving people from a fire. So that was weird. Russia, Minka, Olinka gets, her wind. I'm like, okay. She's protesting. I'm like, okay, I like that. I like that. South Korea, Gi, who is bisexual in this one. No, she's just gay. She's just gay. I don't think she's bisexual. Um, sort of it. I like she's not just from Asia this time. Everyone has like a place. And Mati is from Brazil. And the reason I want to focus on Mati because Mati is apparently going through some stuff. All right. he is using animals to attack people. He's like, and he's calling. This is actually the part that I think was shown the most on Twitter or X. I'm still calling it Twitter, because Monty is calling these people colonizers. When I'm like, yeah, colonizers become a bit of a buzzword now. Um, it's a bit unlike Mati. It really is because we think of Mati, we think of him as like this sort of gentle, like, hey, peace is the option. We use our powers to help. I also don't have the most combat ready, but he can use it to connect with people, connect with animals. It works in its own way. Um, he says yesterday he would have killed him himself. But unfortunately, he's had a sudden change of heart. So I'm trying to figure out what's happened here. Even the ring says, who has seen the value of a life redeemed. I think that might imply that Mati has a bit of a violent history. I'm not sure. Um, but I'm hopefully if this one thing this comic does do is we get a bit more exploration into the different Planeteers and how they interact with each other, as well as events that led them to this point. I think that's cool. And what happened? Well, Guy is calling out to all of them, like, look, if you can hear me, I need your help. Like, I gave you these rings because I think you're all really decent, good people. All right. I need you all to save me. Come to New York. I expect Wheeler will be here first because he's in Detroit. And who's got her? Well, Lucian Plunder. Loot and plunder. Lucian Plunder, loot and plunder. That's how the comic ends. Ultimately, Captain Planet Planeteers issue 1, I think, does a decent job of just, hey, here we are. All right, we don't need to go super in depth on what happened with Guy and the spirit can no longer take it. Our world is in peril. You know, it's not to say it's not true, but we might be over padding here. I think our first issue should just be about, hey, here are 5 special young people. They're getting a ring. Boop boop ba doop. Now they have to save Guy. I think that all works just fine. We get sort of surface level stuff on all the characters. Nothing to really sink your teeth into. Oh look, Captain Planet's his irises, his actual sclera are red. I don't quite know what that means. But I'm going to give this 2 more issues to see how I feel about it and go from there. Has anyone else here read Captain Planet and the Planeteers? I mean, 'cause, we're the Planeteers. You can be one too, because saving our planet is the thing to do. Looting and polluting is not the way. Hear what Captain Planet has to say. The power is yours. Yeah, this is Buggy Think Tank signing off. Thanks for watching as always. May your fandom serve you well. Also, remember the time that, Captain Planet couldn't stop Hitler?